Hi, Saketa governance reports are based on SharePoint M365 audit data. We are collecting this data to perform governance analysis. Right now, M365 is supporting up to 90 days data retention, but using Saketa, we can scale beyond that. Let's have a quick look.
Hi, let's see how we can add M365 connection and run data collection jobs in governance. In Saketa Migrator, we can head over to governance by clicking on this option. In the home screen of the governance, we have an option to pick the existing connection or we can add the new connection. Right now, I'll be proceeding with the new connection. And again, we have two options here. We can proceed with the manual authentication or else we can go with the browser authentication. Browser authentication is generally recommended when there is an MFA for the SharePoint URL, so that you can directly give the SharePoint admin URL or the site collection URL here and you can perform the required actions for MFA. Right now I'll be going with the manual authentication. And in manual authentication, I will be entering my username here and the password. And in the site URL box, it's recommended to use the SharePoint admin URL. This option will help to save our connection so that we need not to enter the details again after reopening the tool. Let me click on the connect now. Yes, the connection is added to our database now. Let us see what happens when we click on let's connect now. Yeah, this is the menu to create the data collection job. So in order to collect the data for governance analysis, we need to configure these options, which ensures that the data is consistently synchronized to our tool. And this is the create job screen where we'll create data collection jobs. And here in this screen, we have two options. One is sync entire tenant, the other is choose specific sites. Sync entire tenant means it will sync all the site collection URLs of that particular site. And the other option is choose specific sites. Using this option, we can select only the selected site collection URLs. Which means, let's say I want to select this site, maybe somewhere else, this site, and also some other site named HTML. So that 4 sites are selected. So if I want to review these things, we have an option to check that by clicking here. Now I can see what are the sites I can select it and I can proceed for the data collection. Right now I want to proceed with the sync entire tenant option. And we have an option called sync all future sites, which ensures whenever some new site collection URL is created in that tenant, that will be automatically added to our database. And the below option will ensure if we don't have sufficient permission in any of the site collection URL, this option will add us as an administrator to that particular site collection URL. And below to this, we have scheduling configurations. And this can be done in many ways. Let's see what is daily first. So if we set some interval, let's say 30 January to February 10th. So between these dates, every day at this time, the job will start collecting the data. And we have other option called as custom. Let's see what is the custom option. In the custom option, between the same dates, we can run the job on hourly basis. So if we set the time for 4 hours, for every 4 hours, the data collection job will fetch the data. And we have one more option called as days. Let's say we are setting it for a year. So instead of running it for few hours, we can set it for few days. Let's say after every 5 days, between these dates, I want to run the job at this time. These are the few customizations we offer, which ensures that our data is consistently synchronized. So depending upon the use case of the organizations, you can pick the timings as you need. Right now, I'll be going with the default configurations. I'm clicking on proceed now. Yes, now the data collection job is created successfully. So in order to see the status of the data collection jobs, we can directly redirect to the data collection history page from here. Upon clicking that link, we will be redirected to this page. So here we can see the configuration that we set. Our site URL is this. In the time or the schedule that we kept is this. And the job is ready. The runtime is this. And this is the username and the machine. And till this time, our data collection job will run. Since this is the first time, the last run result is nothing. Once the job started running, after it's completed, we can see the result of the last running data here. Yeah, let's wait a couple of minutes. So now you can see my data collection is started running. After some time, now we can see that our data collection job is completed successfully. Let's explore a few other options that we provide for this job now. If we click these ellipses, we have three options: edit job, delete job, and we can view the history of the job. Let's see the history of the job. If you see in this pop-up, so our job is started at this time and it is completed at this time. And we can see the status of the job here. If something is failed while running the job, we can see the status here with the clear details. So the other options we have is edit job and delete job. With the edit job, we can change the scheduling timings that we kept earlier. Let us see what is edit job first. Yeah, this is the edit job. So here in this pop-up, we can see all the options that we have seen earlier in the creation job pop-up. And the additional option that we have here is login with other credentials. Let's say for your admin URL, the credentials is changed in future. You can simply come here and edit the job and give your username or password and re-authenticate again. So that we will take care of fetching the data with the new credentials from here on. And the other option we have is delete job, which will delete the data collection job from our database so that we no longer able to fetch the data for that SharePoint admin URL that we connected. And this is about this screen. And you have the filtering option like schedule view. Using this schedule view, we can see like for this particular time how many jobs are scheduled. Right now we have scheduled only one job, so we can see only one job for this time. Let's say if you scheduled few more jobs at this particular time, we can use this filter to see the jobs. And the second tab we have is data storage settings. In this data storage settings, we can change our data collection location, which means we can give our own path where we can store the governance data. Let's say you want to keep it in the documents, just select documents here, create a new folder, Saketa governance, name it over there and click on OK. So that from the next time, we will be saving all our data to that particular location. And by clicking this option, we are also moving the existing data to the new location. And the policy we have here is data retention, which means we will be saving the data for up to 360 days here, which means you can store any days in between 360 days. If you want to store for 60 days, you can do that. By default, we will be keeping it for 360 days. And the other option is delete data. By clicking this delete option, we will be deleting all the data we collected so far in the governance. So make sure you click this button only when needed. And upon clicking these settings, you can click on save so that all these settings will be reflected from the next time. Now let's see what our data collection job fetched from the SharePoint. For that, I'll be moving to the governance screen again. Since we saved the connection again already, I can select directly from here. I'm clicking on let's connect. Let's see what our governance will show now. Yeah, we can see the beautiful metrics and visualizations that we fetched using the data collection jobs. From here, now you can perform the governance analysis as required. So that's it. Thank you.